Fox News just called out Donald Trump in a jaw-dropping way. Or at least, someone on Fox News did. And here's a headline. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is the world's biggest loser. And no, we don't mean his weight. Obviously. I'm David Reddish. Welcome back to Occupy Democrats. As we close out the week, Donald Trump is having a rough time of it. First, the wars in Gaza and Ukraine still haven't ended, despite his promises. In fact, his good friend Vladimir Putin snubbed him at peace talks. The nation of Qatar has promised Trump a $400 million plane, though even Trump's close allies here in the U.S. object. Our credit rating has been downgraded. His big, beautiful budget bill is dead in Congress. And of course, earlier today, this happened.
We have some breaking news to tell you about from the United States Supreme Court. Moments ago, in a 7-2 decision, the justices blocked the Trump administration from deporting a group of Venezuelan migrants under the Alien Enemies Act. It is a complicated ruling, with the court asking a lower court to make some big decisions, but it is nonetheless a legal setback for the Trump administration, who wants to use the Alien Enemies Act to deport more migrants without standard due process. Joining us to help us understand this breaking news is MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin. Charlie is with us as well.
Nicole, I should always know better than to put my hair in a ponytail on a Friday night, because that's just asking for the Supreme Court to come to us. This decision, you mentioned due process, this decision is the court saying again that people who are immigrants, even if they are undocumented immigrants, even if they are alleged members of a Venezuelan gang, are entitled to that due process. The court is refusing here to say exactly how much notice somebody who is an alleged member of Tren de Aragua is entitled to. But what they are saying is, we're going to continue our prior order that prevents the administration from taking a group of people that are being held in a detention facility in a certain area of Texas. These are the people that were previously boarded on buses that NBC News literally chased on their way up the highway to an airport and back around again. They cannot take those folks, put them on a plane to El Salvador. And the reason they can't do that is because the court wants a lower court to decide two things. How likely are the plaintiffs to succeed in their argument that the Alien Enemies Act is not fairly applied to them? What does the Alien Enemies Act mean, for example, when it talks about a predatory incursion or an invasion or a war? Has Trump fairly applied it to this set of facts? And they want the lower court to decide, are the plaintiffs likely to succeed on that? The second thing they want the appeals court to decide is how much notice these people are entitled to. And the Supreme Court is saying emphatically here, whatever that number is, 24 hours ain't enough. Go back to the drawing board and decide.
Does it seem like Trump is winning anything to you? Wait until you see this next crazy analysis. Obviously, we haven't even gotten to the issue of the economy yet, Trump's trade war, how he's flinched on tariffs and called it a win. And see, statements like he's winning make me wonder if Trump even knows what a win even looks like. He might say the value of his cryptocurrency is a win, but how is that a win for his presidency? How is that a win for the American people? And what is he going to do if the Democrats win big in the midterms and dismantle him for using the presidency to enrich himself in this way? Which brings us to our Fox News segment. Speaking today on The Five, the ever-formidable Jessica Tarlov made this grand declaration.
And I think smart Democrats are focusing on the issues that matter to people, which is the economy right now. Already mentioned the tariffs, which are a huge tax on the American public, downgrading our credit. Michigan Consumer Survey sentiment shows 30% drop since November. People are expecting inflation to get over 7% again in the next year. They are pessimistic about our economic prospects. That's what Donald Trump promised that he was going to deliver. And it's a really big deal that the reconciliation bill, the big, beautiful bill, failed out of the budget committee. And it's going to cut $880 billion from Medicaid, which Americans don't want. Those are the kinds of things that Democrats need to be focused on. Answer the questions. I think Pete Buttigieg did a really good job, but it's going to be about the kitchen table issues, as always, when the election comes.
Okay, Greg.
Tarlov makes a key distinction here I want to highlight. She's right to point out that Trump is losing because he clearly is. His policies have failed, his attempts at authoritarian rule have been foiled by the courts, and Republican plans to cut Social Security and Medicaid in Congress have hit the wall. But before I and my fellow Democrats start partying, remember, it's not enough for Trump and the Republicans to lose. We have to win if we want American democracy and the American dream to survive. And the key to all of that is to focus on kitchen table issues. Prices, the minimum wage, which hasn't been raised in years, childcare and schooling for all Americans, healthcare costs, checking the power of corporations, especially big technology companies, functional infrastructure, and maintaining our place of leadership in the world. Give us a vision of America and give us the means by which to make it possible. Take immediate action to uphold and revitalize democracy. Install ranked choice voting. Expand the size of the Supreme Court. Expand the size of Congress. And affirm statehood to our Commonwealth territories. The midterm elections are still more than a year away, but given the implosion of Trumpism and the GOP approval rating in freefall, we have an opportunity here. Being the alternative won't win elections, and it won't improve the image of the Democratic Party. Offering a vision with actionable goals will. This is Occupy Democrats.